Now at 5, Webb City Farmers Market opens a special Thanksgiving hours for fresh produce and last-minute meal essentials. Plus, Pittsburgh police officers trade their badges for books during a special preschool reading event. And a gunman.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
4-staters are stocking up for tomorrow's Thanksgiving feast and supporting local producers in the process. This is KOAM News. I'm Dow Quick. Webb City Farmers Market hosted a Thanksgiving market for those last-minute Thanksgiving meal items. It included fresh produce, freshly baked dishes such as pies and rolls, and specialty items made by local crafters.
By buying locally, this food was just picked a few hours ago. And so it's very nutritionally dense, and it's supporting your local people. The money goes directly to the farmers who produce the food.
We're going to hear from some customers about why they choose to shop local for their meals tonight at 6. Pittsburgh police officers took time out of the day to hang out and read to kids. The police department and family response advocates teamed up to celebrate Kansas Reads to Preschoolers. It's an annual event since 2005 that promotes reading to all Kansas children from birth through age 5 in the month of November. This year's featured book is Little Nita's Big Idea.
Reading with children is pretty amazing because their imagination, just having them listen, be engulfed in the knowledge that they're receiving, and being able to see their facial expressions and get excited is just very rewarding.
The kiddos were given a book to take home thanks to the Family Resource Center. We're all keeping an eye on the weather as we head into the holiday. Let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Doug Heddy.
Yeah, and it definitely turned out to be a chilly one for us today, about 15 degrees cooler today than what we did see yesterday. We had sunshine. Clouds have been thickening up throughout the day, and you can see even a couple little showers, little snow showers, kind of north central parts of Kansas. A lot of that's not reaching the ground, but don't be surprised tonight if you see a few drops on your windshield, maybe even a few flakes of snow. Again, not a big deal, but the clouds stick around all night. Again, a random sprinkle or quick little shower. Let me take you into Thanksgiving, upper 40s to near 50 degrees. So below average, but overall, it looks pretty good as we go into Thursday afternoon. Through the evening, slide back through the 30s. We're going to have the clouds outside, so it's definitely going to be on the chilly side. We're going to look at our next storm system here in just a bit.
All right, we'll catch you in a few. Law enforcement responded to the scene where 2 National Guard members were shot just blocks from the White House this afternoon. The Metropolitan Police Department said the crime scene was secured and a suspect is in custody. Erica Brown reports from Washington.
The police department posted a critical incident alert on social media saying, "Please avoid the area, updates to come." Joint Task Force DC, coordinating National Guard deployments and operations, confirmed they were aware of an incident involving a National Guard member. On social media, President Trump said in part, "The animal that shot the 2 National Guardsmen is also severely wounded, but regardless will pay a very steep price." Vice President J.D. Vance spoke about the incident from Fort Campbell Wednesday afternoon.
It's a somber reminder that soldiers, whether they're active duty, reserve, or National Guard, our soldiers are the sword and the shield of the United States of America.
Video from the scene showed 2 men in uniform being treated. Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem issued a statement saying, quote, "Please join me in praying for the 2 National Guardsmen who were just shot moments ago in Washington, D.C. She said the Department of Homeland Security is working with local law enforcement to gather more information. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt said, quote, "The White House is aware and actively monitoring this tragic situation. The president has been briefed." Erica Brown, CBS News, Washington.
Ukraine and Russia peace talks face new complications as military attacks continue. President Trump says his team has made progress on a deal. He claims Russia's big concession is agreeing to stop fighting and not take more land. But the Kremlin calls talk of a resolution premature. Meanwhile, President's special envoy Steve Witkoff faces criticism after a leaked audio recording allegedly shows him coaching a Putin aide on how to talk to the president. Ukrainian officials worry Witkoff is pushing Russian interests. President Trump dismisses the claims, calling it standard negotiation. Still ahead, identifying cancer early.
Many people eligible to be screened for lung cancer are not getting checked. I'm Jared Hill with more on the new research.
And a study links a mother's hormone imbalances with her child's risk for autism. Those stories next in Health Watch. Topping today's Health Watch, new research shows current lung cancer screening guidelines might need to expand. And a second study finds even those eligible for screening are not receiving the life-saving surveillance. Jared Hill reports.
Holly Constantino is grateful to be alive.
I didn't have any crazy symptoms where you'd say, oh my God, you have lung cancer.
Last year, her cancer was picked up at stage 1. Holly has a smoking history, so her doctor recommended screening for lung cancer.
Remember, the earlier they find it, the better chance you have of a great recovery.
Yet a new study from the American Cancer Society found only 1 in 5 eligible adults received lung cancer screening in the U.S. last year, and 62,000 lives could be saved over 5 years if everyone eligible gets tested.
Screening for lung cancer with low-dose CT annually is effective in reducing your risk for dying from cancer.
Dr. Preeti Bondi with the American Cancer Society says many patients don't know they should get screened, and providers aren't suggesting it frequently enough.
Capacity for screening in terms of infrastructure of facilities is also low, particularly in rural areas where there is more people who smoke.
A second study, this one from Northwestern Medicine, shows that many lung cancer cases are missed because current screening guidelines exclude many patients. Looking at nearly 1,000 lung cancer patients, researchers found only 35% would have qualified for screening. Annual screening is currently recommended for adults 50 to 80 years old with a 20-pack year smoking history and currently smoking or have quit within the past 15 years. Researchers are calling to expand screening to adults as young as 40.
They should scream it from the rooftops because it's saving lives. It's like totally saving lives. Saved my life.
Holly had surgery to remove half of her left lung and has been cancer-free for more than a year. Jared Hill, CBS News.
Some symptoms to watch out for include a persistent dry cough, chest pressure, and unexplained weight loss. Pregnant women with thyroid hormone imbalances might be at increased risk of having children with autism. A study in Israel found a link between autism and women who had ongoing thyroid hormone imbalances over multiple trimesters. However, there was no increased risk of autism among children or among women whose thyroid dysfunction was adequately treated. An ultrasound in the first trimester can lead to earlier detection of fetal anomalies. Research from the University of Oxford found while second trimester ultrasounds are often used to detect serious problems in a fetus, it's now possible to screen for those anomalies even earlier. The study found first trimester ultrasounds can detect 40% of anomalies, including skull, heart, or limb abnormalities. And drinking coffee daily could slow the biological aging of people with severe mental illness. A study in Norway found drinking as many as 3 or 4 cups of coffee daily had a beneficial effect for people with psychosis, schizophrenia, or bipolar disorders. While the cause of the anti-aging effect isn't clear, the study's authors say it could be the antioxidant and anti-inflammatory compounds found in coffee. And that is a look at today's health news. A little bit later, our pet vet on call.
Hi, I'm Dr. Eva Dudek from Parsons Pet Hospital. Coming up, we're going to talk about feeding your dogs mashed potatoes.
Plus, we have rain, maybe a little snow in the forecast. We're going to look at that coming up. Well, it's turned out to be a chilly travel Wednesday across the region. We had sunshine during the morning hours, clouds kind of thickening up over the past couple hours, but it's 10 to 15 degrees cooler outside right now compared to what we had at this time yesterday. And we stay pretty chilly, below average, as we go through the next several days. And of course, I'm going to walk you through time. All right, clouds have picked up or thickened up across the region over the past several hours. You can see a couple rain and a couple snow showers in north central Kansas. A lot of this is not reaching the ground, but this will pass over. So on the radar, it may look like it's raining or it may look like it's snowing. I think at the surface, we're talking about a couple drops, maybe a couple little flurries across the region. Let's go through time. Clouds, random shower, random flurries. Temperature sliding back to about 36 by 1 a.m. As we get into the morning hours, another cold night, backing down near freezing to kick off your Thanksgiving. But then it's going to be a pretty good day. Partly sunny skies, I think about 47-ish, 8. As we get into the afternoon, maybe 50 across the region. But overall, it's going to be a pretty nice Thursday for us. Tomorrow night, clouds will start to increase, a little bit colder. We drop back mid to upper 20s. So here's Friday morning or Black Friday. As we go through the day, a little bit warmer, but the clouds are going to thicken as we go through the day. I think we should pop up near 50, maybe into lower 50s for afternoon highs. Then here's our next storm system. Clouds continue to thicken. Showers, maybe a rumble of thunder, nothing strong, nothing severe, start to get going Friday night, especially on the Missouri and the Arkansas side. But very showery, not like a line of storms, not a wall of rain, just very showery all the way into Saturday morning. Let's get a little wider view. If you are traveling over the weekend from Columbia north toward Kirksville, Hannibal, St. Louis, this is all snow, and we're talking several inches of snow. We aren't going to see that here where that cold showers, so Saturday is going to be a crummy day. And then this storm system rolls out. We may end with a few flakes of snow, but rolls out late Saturday. Then that colder air starts to filter in. So by Sunday morning, we drop back into lower 20s. There is a weak wave we want to keep our eyes on. It's 5 days away that slides in. This is going to be Sunday night into Monday. Not feeling confident about this, but we'll watch it over the next couple days because it could give us our first light snow across the region. Again, not feeling confident about it, but something we'll keep our eyes on. All right, rainfall amounts as we go into our Friday and our Saturday system. Heaviest on the Missouri and the Kansas, or the Missouri and Arkansas side, maybe a half an inch, quarter to a half an inch in Kansas and also Oklahoma. 34 to kick off your Thanksgiving, 47 by noon, high temp, 49. Looks good outside right now. It's gloomy, but a great shot of our Cornell Arts and Entertainment Complex through the evening, sliding back through the 30s. Again, we're going to have those clouds. We're currently sitting into the lower 40s at this point in time. And again, you can see our weak little wave, but this is why we're cooler. See this northwest flow right out of Canada. We haven't had Arctic air yet this year, which that's good news, but that's coming here in a few weeks. 49 on Thanksgiving, 50 on Friday, 48 Saturday, and then look at this, 37, 37, 39 for highs Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday.
That's called cold.
That is cold.
And the overnight for sure, well below freezing.
You got it.
Thanks, Doug. Hey, as you light up those holiday candles this year, the Red Cross hopes you keep some safety tips in mind that remind us to blow out the candles when we go to bed. Also, avoid burning candles all the way down. That can be dangerous. Never use a candle if supplemental oxygen is used in the room. And be sure to have a working smoke detector in your home. To learn more candle safety tips, just check out the article on our website. That's KOAMnewsnow.com. Coming up, Americans hit the road for Thanksgiving as travel reaches all-time highs. Topping today's Consumer Watch, the Thanksgiving getaway is in full swing. AAA projects more than 81 million Americans will travel at least 50 miles from home over the long holiday weekend. Jared Hill is in New York with details.
Americans hit the road Wednesday ahead of the Thanksgiving holiday.
It was heavy traffic, but we got up real early. We left like at 7.
AAA projects 73 million people will drive to their destination this year. That's nearly 90% of all travelers.
You know, we definitely ask that people minimize distracted driving. Okay, we got to put the phones down, even GPS units, things like that.
Besides traffic, in many parts of the country, drivers are also contending with winter weather, like this snowstorm in Duluth, Minnesota.
If you're taking a road trip, now is the time to make sure your vehicle is road trip ready. So making sure you have healthy tires, that is essential for driving on wet roads.
Of the entire holiday weekend, the day before Thanksgiving is expected to be the busiest on the roads, according to AAA. The nation's airports are also getting pretty crowded.
I just care about getting there safe and sound.
I'm thankful for being able to fly to Fort Lauderdale to visit my grandparents.
A lot of people are thinking about delays and cancellations in the wake of the headaches from the government shutdown.
It is what it is, and we're here to have fun, and if we get stuck in Boston, we get stuck in Boston.
Airlines project more than 31 million passengers will fly over the holiday weekend, an all-time high. Jared Hill, CBS News, New York.
The trade group Airlines for America says the busiest days to fly over the Thanksgiving holiday are expected to be Sunday and Monday. The September retail sales report delayed to the government shutdown showed a 2.2% increase in September over August. That's according to the Commerce Department. It's slightly below expectations. The new data comes as the latest consumer confidence reading from the Conference Board dropped to 88.7% in November, the lowest reading since April. The survey found that Americans are increasingly concerned over rising costs, the job market, tariffs, and politics due to the recent government shutdown. Infant formula maker By Heart has updated its refund policy after revealing that all of its formula might have been contaminated with the bacteria that causes botulism. The company says it reached the conclusion after tests showed that 5 out of 36 samples from 3 product lots tested positive for the bacteria. The recalled formula has been linked to more than 30 cases of infant botulism in 15 states. By Heart is urging customers to contact the company for a full refund for all formula purchased on or after August 1st of this year. And AMC Theaters is offering its rewards members a new popcorn pass. For $29.99 a year, moviegoers can get half off the price of one large popcorn per day at U.S. locations. The AMC Popcorn Pass is available starting on December 1st, Cyber Monday. Final check of the forecast up next. Up next on the CBS Evening News, Americans of all ages are living more active lifestyles. Find out why on tonight's Eye on America. Then on KOAM News at 6, Webb City Farmers Market opens on Thanksgiving, so families can grab fresh local produce and homemade desserts. Plus, see how the Southeast Kansas library system makes cutting-edge technology free and accessible to all ages. And a preview to the Pitt State Gorillas playoff matchup with Harding University on Saturday. Stay with us for the CBS Evening News and then KOAM News at 6. A lot of us are going to share our Thanksgiving leftovers with our pets in the days ahead. That brings us to today's question for our pet vet on call. Is it okay to let my dog eat mashed potatoes?
Yes, in moderation, and as long as the potatoes aren't seasoned and flavored like with garlic or onions or a lot of seasoning powders and stuff. In fact, a little bit of mashed potatoes is a great way to mix with their food and give it some extra flavor.
You know, we invite questions from anyone. If you have a question, you just send it to petvet@koamtv.com. Dr. Eva Dudek from the Parsons Pet Hospital answers a different question or brings us a fun fact every Wednesday right here on KOAM News at 5. You can also find answers to previous questions on our website. All right, let's check out our picks of the litter for the week. From the Joplin Humane Society, we've chosen this adult female beagle mix, kind of a pecan pie color. Pecan pie, some of you might say. Her name is Susie, and from the Southeast Kansas Humane Society, sort of a pumpkin pie colored domestic short-haired cat, a 4-year-old male named Socks. If you're looking for a pet, why not check out your local Humane Society? It's getting cold out there, Doug.
It is quite a bit colder for us today. 49 on Thanksgiving, and then a little warmer on Friday. Showers roll in late Friday night into Saturday, but staying cold all the way into next week.
Thanks for joining us. The CBS Evening News is next. And of course, we're going to be right back here for KOAM News at 6. We'll see you then. Let's make it a great evening.